Hi everybody, I'm Jay Stevens. I'm the bass player for Canadian blues guitarist David Gogo and also the owner of the I Wanna Rock School of Music in Nanaimo, BC. I'm just dropping a quick line to my fellow bass playing friends telling you I've discovered a new string that I'm really digging lately, and I kind of want to share the news. Recently at the NAMM show in January, I walked past the Elixir string booth and they said, "Hey, are you a bass player? Want to try some new strings?" And I said, "Yeah." Because if you're anything like me, you're always trying new strings. I have, sets that I kind of consider my home set that I always use. If I can't find anything else, I have a set I'm comfortable with. And actually, for the last couple of years, they've been Elixir coated strings. They're nickel wound nano webs. So they've said, "Hey, try out these new strings." So they had two basses set up side by side, identical basses. One had their regular coated nickel wounds, and the other ones had their new strings, which is a stainless steel string. So they asked me, "What's your opinion of stainless steel strings? Have you tried them?" And I said, "Yeah, I've tried them and I hate them." And they said, "What's your issues with them?" I said, "My number two issues is I don't like the overly bright, clangy tone I get from stainless. It's just too aggressive sounding. And I also don't like that they completely tear my fingers up. I've been playing for more than 20 years, and they'll rip my calluses off in a set." So that's my number one complaint. So they said, "Well, try these strings." So the folks at Elixir were nice enough to give me this nice green box of beautiful coated strings that say stainless on them right there. Oh, by the way, also thanks for the t-shirt, guys. It's free swag. So when I got home from the NAMM show, I took my number one bass, my beautiful Godin Shifter bass that the fine folks at Godin Guitar provided me with, and I took the factory strings off and put these Elixirs on. And right away I noticed I really like the feel of them. Apparently they've changed their coating for bass players. They've redesigned the formula so that it's not as thick of a coating. So you don't get the super slick feel that you get from Elixirs. Some people might like that, but I don't like it being too slippery because you can't really dig in. I end up finding I'm working harder on my plucking hand to dig in and get some grip. So these strings have plenty of grip. But the nice thing about the coating on stainless is it kind of gets rid of that rough nail file feel for the strings. They're not tearing my fingers up at all. So I put these on right after the NAMM show around February, and they've been on, it's now the middle to close to end of July, and what's that, 5.5, 6 months? And I've been playing this bass, being my number one. This is the bass I gig with, I teach lessons with, so like every day I'm playing this bass somewhere. And I play fingerstyle, pick, thumb, I use my fingernails, I really tear it up. And you know how like most Elixirs get kind of all hairy down here, they get that fuzzy strand thing going on, especially in the picking area. So you got this great sounding set of strings, but they start to look terrible, so you figure, oh, I might as well just swap them out. With this bass, I've been playing it that hard. Here, check out the condition of my strings. This is 5 good months of hard playing, and there's nary a hairy part to be found anywhere on these strings. They're holding up surprisingly well. So I'm really digging that they still look like they did when I first put them on. The other thing I've noticed is the tension on these. They claim the tension's a little more flexible. They say the string's more flexible. While that might be true compared to, say, their old Elixir strings, in the case of this bass, I was comparing the factory strings to these, and these ones feel a little bit tighter, which I actually like. They have a little stiffer feel compared to the other strings. I know all manufacturers have different tension sort of feeling, but I really like the feel of these. And being that the last set of stainless steel strings I've tried on a bass I ripped off 2 days later because I couldn't stand them, these still being on my number one for 6 months pretty much tells you that I must be sold on the strings. So first of all, guys, thanks for making a great product, and thanks for giving me a free set to try, because honestly I never would have picked up a pack of these if you didn't say put them on your bass and try them. I would have went stainless, not for me. So I like them. Give them a shot, see what you think. If you see them in a store somewhere, and I know if I see them in a store anywhere, as soon as someone starts stocking them, I think all my basses are getting a pack of stainless on them. I like them that much. I really do. My new number one string on my number one bass. So see you guys next time. I'm Jay Stevens.